All right, hands-on learning has been challenging over the last year with students learning from home.
Challenging, to say the least.
Let's say the least.
The Connecticut-based Little to Great Scientists is a hands-on science program that had to make some adjustments to meet with students virtually and in person at area schools.
Joining us now to explain how educators found a way to make this work is Dr. Heidi Gold-Dworkin. I hope I get that right, Doctor? The founder of Little Scientists.
Yes, I go by Dr. Heidi.
Oh, good. Perfect. That's great. Well, it's nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's great
Doctor,
to have this opportunity.
Yeah, I want you to just talk a little bit about how we can be hands-on and still be virtual. I know you have quite the background being at Yale, being a scientist, but you've also helped create these STEM programs for kids. And as a parent, I just see so many times my kids are just glazing over, which is not what we want for them.
Right. This is something that I developed over 25 years ago. It's 25 years since the company was formed, Little Scientists. And most recently, we have pivoted to changing the company from just Little Scientists to Little to Great Scientists. We have always used the words Little Scientists for children pre-K to second grade. And then third grade and up, we use Great Scientists. Anyway, we began with hands-on learning, and the whole program began when my own 2-year-old, who is 30 and a half now, so 28 and a half years ago, asked the questions that all young children ask about, why is the grass green? Why is it getting cold outside? Why do the leaves turn color? And at the time, I looked for ways to explain the science simply to her. And I had been teaching at students at the medical school at Yale and the undergraduate school. And so at this level, I could do it. But for a 2-year-old, it was a challenge. And I looked for things that were available, and there was nothing available at that time. So I started developing ways to explain the science to her on her level. And what came from that was the hands-on approach to learning. It became really clear to me that children need to be able to experience things with their hands, and they need to be able to touch the things, smell the things, see the things, use all their senses to be able to understand the science. And 25 years ago, when we formed the company, we were pioneers. Now, fast forward, there are a lot of groups that are, promoting STEM education, and the next generation science standards, which were released in 2014, that elevated science to the same level as literacy and math for a lot of educators across the country. And people became aware of the importance of STEM education.
Which is so important. And Doctor, I just want to make sure we get time to talk to you because we're limited in our time. But what can parents do at home right now? Or how can this program help when everyone's going through this virtual learning?
Okay, so we pivoted last spring when the pandemic happened, and we started to post free science experiments on our Facebook page, and we created a free iSTEM virtual program that children can sign up for. And so parents, what we have now is we have programs where we are doing things online with children that include the hands-on component. So we have, even though they're online, we have science experiment bags that can go home with the children. I have a sample one here that includes all the materials that the children would need to do the experiment at home.
Oh, that's
so
great.
for example, we have a program that's starting next week in Milford Public Schools, and it's sponsored by Big Smiles Pediatric Dentistry Group, also a Milford, Connecticut company. And they're sponsoring the program, which includes these science experiment bags going to all the kids, and they are going to beam me into the classroom, and I'm going to work with the students that are in the classroom and the group of students that are also at home virtually.
Dr. Heidi,
Doctor, we're so sorry. We're out of
we're
time. But we love the ideas, and we can give people some more information at your website, which is little-scientist.com. Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, great to be with you. Thank you so much for having me on, and everyone stay safe and happy and healthy.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.